Very rapidly, we're moving towards a future where many mundane tasks are being made autonomous, and that is certainly being applied to inspections. Imagine having to go through 2 hours every day just to inspect gauges on pipes. That is not a useful use of your time. The utilization of unmanned aerial and unmanned ground vehicle systems is crucial in transforming the way inspections are approached in order to make them more efficient and more frequent. So, what is the current issue that our research is trying to address? Typically, inspections of sites that are done autonomously are done utilizing a UGV, unmanned ground vehicle. However, industrial inspections cannot just be done by ground inspection units. Sometimes, at least, they have their own pitfalls. They are limited in connectivity in some industrial environments. They have slow inspection speeds, and their camera view is pretty much limited to ground level inspection sites. However, for example, UAV would be quite useful in a situation like that where a gauge reading is quite high and it needs to be inspected. However, UGV would not be able to reach it. Also, UGVs suffer from some locomotion issues, at least for example, wheeled UGVs. They struggle with changes in terrain or rough terrain as well. However, quadrupeds do, like Spot, help circumvent some of those issues as they can handle rough terrains much better. UAVs do not go without their own pitfalls either. They have limited payload capacity as well as a smaller battery life compared to UGVs, and they still do suffer from some of the same connectivity issues that UGVs suffer from in those industrial environments, which is why the research I'm a part of involves coordinating multi agent systems, as a UAV and UGV can together compensate for each other's weaknesses when it comes to this area of application. For example, a heterogeneous robotic system where a UGV carries a UAV will end up saving battery life and extend the operating time of the UAV, thus allowing it to inspect a larger site. Or in a situation like Spot, it would need to be teleoperated to create its initial map before it can perform an auto walk. And a great use for a UAV is to create a map ahead of time for Spot to use instead of needing an operator, saving time and making the process more efficient. So, currently, I'm developing the drone payload for Spot, as the end goal for this research is to have the drone autonomously land and take off with Spot. This involves creating a dynamic payload system where Spot will know what state the drone is in, for example, landing or taking off. And this research can be applied for many different things, such as the ones outlined above, like, for example, carrier drone type of relationship between a UGV and a UAV, inspections, and mapping areas, as well as another important one is search and rescue, which would, in theory, help create a safer tomorrow. Thank you for your time.